What's going on, my Century Units? It's the Sentiment here, so this is my review of WrestleMania 39 Night 1. What a good first half for Mania 39. So the first match to kick off WrestleMania 39 Night 1. This is for the United States Championship. Austin Theory defending the belt against John Cena. This is John Cena's first WrestleMania match for almost 3 years. Mania 36 Night 2 against Bray Wyatt in a Firehouse Fun match. I don't really call it a match, it was more of a segment between Cena, Bray Wyatt back in 2020. This is Cena's first WrestleMania match in front of a live crowd since WrestleMania 34 in 2018 in that squash match against The Undertaker. Anyway, Cena lost weight. He's downsized. If you watch a John Cena match, whether it's in like the 2000s, in the 2010s, he was all bulky. In this match, he's a bit shredded and not shredded, but he's a bit lighter. Yeah, it's for his movies. He's no longer like bulk up. He's more like cutting. Yes, over the last few years, Cena let his hair grow out. Like, my only nitpick about Cena's hair right now, he's still got a bald spot in the back of his head. Just get a hair transplant, John. Anyway, so this match I think, was a decent match, to be honest. Not Cena's best, but I think he did help Theory to put on a fun match. I give it like 3 stars, Got a little bit boring, a little bit dull, but I'm not saying it's a crap match, but it was a decent match. I think I like one more of the match, like Cena trying to lock Austin Theory with the STF. That's the first attempt, but Theory bites Cena uh, in the hands. Anyway, the whole bulk of the match, you had like Theory working on Cena. He's taunting, posing. So anyway, Cena did yeah, there were a lot of fans. They're not booing Cena. They were chanting "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks." It's funny that the fans, they're not really booing John Cena. Like, it's not on the same level from 5 years early or 10 years ago. They're booing Cena out of the building. I think may have to do with like some of these fans are no longer watching wrestling, or at this one time they're just like, I don't know, give up. I don't want to get into that, but anyway, so they kind of chant like when Cena trying to do the 5 knuckle shuffle, I think the fans chant "You can see me," hit on Austin Theory. Theory did like this. I think it was a net breaker or some kind of like a rolling net breaker. I can't really remember. The show, and also the show was 4 hours long. I'll get to my overall thoughts of the show at the end of this review. Anyway, so I'm trying to keep it short and simple, folks. I think it was a roll. I think it was a more of a. I think it was a net breaker. I'm not too sure on it. It was a cool move, by the way. Anyway, so Cena was trying to hit Theory with the AA, but Theory hold on the ropes. He accidentally, I think Cena accidentally hit a referee. There's a referee spot. Then Cena locking the STF for the second time. Theory tap out without the referee noticing. So in the end, Theory low blows Cena. Hit the what's it called? The A Town. This is a stupid name. Not a stupid name, but it's like, I think it's called A Town Down. Yeah, A Town Down. What do we call it? That's a stupid fucking name. A Town Down. What should they call it? A Downtown. That's just me. But anyway, so he pinned Cena and retained the United States title. I think it was. Can't remember. It was a net break or some kind of like suplex. I can't remember. But besides that, 3 stars. A little bit dull, but it was decent for what it is. It was predictable that Theory is gonna beat Cena. Like Cena at this moment in time will end up like go back to Hollywood. I don't know. I always think to just like stay away from WWE, just focus on his movie career. He got no, I said in my 39 predictions, WrestleMania 39 predictions. I said like Cena needs to stay away from WWE because there's nothing left for Cena to prove in WWE. You've been world champion, you've been the top star, even though you've been buried in the 90s. 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 You've been buri burying top talent for almost 10 years. I say 10 years, not 15 years, but anyway, so let's move on. Some people give it 2 stars. I think I give it 3 stars. A bit low. It was a bit dull, but it was decent. You know, not the best Cena match, but it was an okay. Oh, it was a really a fun opener to kick up the pay per view. So the next match, this is a WrestleMania Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match. We got the Street Profits taking on the Alpha Academy, the Viking Raiders with Valhalla. Valhalla's AKA that's Sarah Logan, and Braun Strowman and Ricochet. This I was giving it 3 stars, but I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna give it 2 stars. I think the United States title match, even though it's like I said a bit dull, but it was much better than this. This is just a glorified spot fest, man. I hate to say this, it's just like spot fest, spot fest, spot fest. Everyone had their high flying maneuvers. I'm trying to keep it short and simple, folks. Anyway, I'm not saying it's a bad match. It was just I feel like they're trying to get everyone on the card. It's just what it is. It's basically just sizzle but no steak. Anyway, you know, yeah, Braun Strowman did like before that, I think what's his name? Chad Gable. Chad Gable, I think he managed to suplex Braun Strowman. I think it was a rolling version of a German suplex onto Braun Strowman. Okay, it's been a lot. The show was 4 hours. My memory's a bit fuzzy of the spots and the moments of the matches on the show. Anyway, so in the end, there were a lot of fucking spot fest, man. It's just like too much. It's too much of the good thing. So anyway, in the end, he was going for like the train spot for Braun Strowman, knocking everyone around the ring, but he got cut off by Angelo Dawkins. In the end, Ricochet was going for the shooter stomp press. Dawkins got his knees up at the last second, and in the end, Ford hit from the heavens to win this match and won this. Yeah, it just won this match. This is like this is very pointless doing a fatal 4-way tag team match. It's not leading up to a tag team championship match at the next pay per view. That's Backlash in May. It's just like I said, okay, but no, it's just sizzle, no steak, spot fest, and let's move on. Let's move on to the next match. So the next match, we got Seth freaking Rollins taking on Logan Paul. Someone just out like a bottle of Prime. Logan Paul was like entering the ring with a harness. He's dressed all like yellow and blue. I thought it was Wolverine. That's like Wolverine corners. Wolverine colors. My apologies. It's just colors of Wolverine without the mask. And also I forgot to mention this. The pay-per-view set for WrestleMania is fucking good. I liked it. It's one of my favorite pay-per-view sets. You know, I'm glad Triple H is taking over this company. You know, going back to old school pay-per-view sets. You know, yeah, it was really over the last few years. Pay-per-views in WWE's been stripped down because Vince, budget cuts. Whatever. Anyway, I like the red carpets. It's fucking good. Anyway, so you got this guy dressed up like conductor for Seth Rollins' theme music. The fans were singing, "Oh," that was kind of, because Seth Rollins' theme music, people say it's overrated. That's their opinion, but I like Seth Rollins' theme music. Seth was wearing pink. I don't know. I don't like the pink attire for Seth Rollins, man. Anyway, the fans were chanting. I think the singing Seth's theme music throughout the whole match. Logan Paul, like it or not, I think he had a good showcase for this. He kind of locked Rollins with an octopus submission hold. He hit him with a high flying spot. And also you got like a appearance of KSI. One more of the match, Rollins was going for the curse stomp, but he kind of stamped Logan Paul's hand, and then out comes Rollins countered the Liger Bomb. Oh, Rollins, yeah, that's by the attempt by I think it was the attempt by Logan Paul, and then the guy dressed up like a bottle of Prime energy drink is KSI. KSI is a boxer, a YouTuber, a rapper. I think he fought Logan Paul in a boxing fight. Maybe it's Jake Paul. It's one of the Paul brothers. Um, Years ago. What? I think it was Logan. Yeah, Logan Paul. It's funny, like years ago, the in a boxing fight, us and the friends. I don't want to get into it. Um, he's trying to help Rollins. He kind of plays Rollins through a table, but instead, KSI took the bullet. Logan Paul hit like a move off the top rope, and then KSI at the announce table. So he hit Rollins with I think it was the cross body. I think I can't remember. Yeah, it was the no, it's a frog splash kick out. He was going for. I think he kicked out the pedigree. I understand why he's Rollins in the pedigree at this moment in time because Triple H is retired. I never like when Rollins hit the pedigree. Way back in 2015, 2016, and maybe 2017 because at the time they banned Rollins like his curse stomp finisher because it might cause concussions. Anyway, so yeah, in the end, Paul was going for the coast to coast. Rollins counted into a super kick. In the end, hit the stump for the victory. Yeah, I think it was a decent good match. Logan Paul had a decent showing, even though I don't really care about him. But besides that, I hope they wrapped up this rivalry between Seth Rollins and Logan Paul. So the next match, this is a six women's tag team match. My apologies. Uh, Damage Control, all three women of Damage Control. That is Bayley, Io Sky, and Dakota Kai taking on Becky Lynch, Trish Stratus, and Lita. I like the Comet theme entrance video for Becky Lynch. It's Batman. I like it. And also you had the noir. I think it's called the noir, the black and the gray filter with the rain. That was good. That was good effects. Anyway, there's a lot to talk about this match. I'm gonna keep it short and simple. Fucking good. I really like this match. All six women in this match look good. Lita and Trish, I think they still got it. Even, they're both in their 40s. Anyway, one more of the match, I think Trish hit the stratosphere. I think it was on Dakota Kai, but Kai counted. But seconds later, Trish managed to hit the stratosphere onto Dakota Kai, and Kai kind of fall onto the other women's outside the ring. Then it was like, and other women kind of fight, in the ring, fight in the ring. They were fighting in the ring. Then, everyone did their spot fest. Becky did it's similar to Biggie Langston's spear through the middle rope onto, I think it was Bayley or other member of Damage Control. I'm not really too sure on it. And then Io Sky did like a moonsault off the top rope onto the other women outside the ring. In the end, they fight inside the ring again. I think Lita hit hit two Twisted Fates on both Dakota Kai and Io Sky. And before that, Becky kicked out a Bayley to Bayley suplex. Anyway, so yeah, and Lita hit follow up with a Lita moonsault. I think it was on Io Sky or Dakota Kai. So anyway, the final two were Becky and Bayley, the two former horsewomen. Bayley was going for the Bayley to Bayley suplex off the top rope, but instead Becky countered into the manhandle plex. What's it called? The manhandle? No, manhandle slam. What's it called? The manhandle? Yeah, the manhandle slam. I was right. On to Bayley to win this match. So I said in my predictions video, I say Damage Control should have won, but I was okay. It was a good match. Everyone looked good in this match. They had good time. This match lasted about 14 minutes. They got decent good timing. So anyway, so in this match, this is a no disqualification match for whatever reason. Anyway, so the next match, this is the battle of the two Mysterios. Rey Mysterio, the new inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, taking on his son Dominic. Wow, it started like 1 year ago when the Judgment Day wants Dominic in the group. And then, at Clash of the Castle, Dominic turned on his father Ray. And and then, yeah, because during that build to this, you had Rhea Ripley manipulate Dominic, and then during that doing this group, Dominic keep calling Rhea mommy. It's kind of funny, It's on TikTok, he's or on episode Raw, you had Dominic and Rhea going to Rey Mysterio's house for Thanksgiving. They got arrested. Is it bail me, mommy? That's Dominic. Anyway, so the the video package before the start of this match was Dominic. He was in jail. He's in the slammer. People like the police officer escort him to the ring. He was wearing. I thought that was Rey Mysterio immediately wearing the purple mask, but it wasn't him. It was Dominic. That was a good entrance, man. Like anyway, so out comes Rey Mysterio. I don't know what costume theme attire for Rey Mysterio. Is it Iron Man? I don't know. It's Iron Man. It's not the Flash because if it was the Flash, you had like the thunder on its chest. I think it is Iron Man. I'm not really too sure. Anyway, this was a good match. It was, it was. My only nitpick is a lot overbooked a little bit. But anyway, I don't mind the interference by Rey Mysterio. Because some moments of the match, you had Dominic getting the face of, his sister Alea, his mother Angie. One about the match, Dominic throw a drink in the face of Alea. She's trying to get involved, and then minutes later, Dominic's mom slapped Dominic in the face. You can tell Dominic's going to be a star. You can tell he's capable enough to be a star. I like him as a heel. I think he's better off as a heel when he was a babyface, when he debuted in the company or re-debuted the company, even though he's been the WWE before this, the start of, he had one segment in 2010. Before that, he was in this part of the storyline with Ray, his father and his uncle back in 2005. But anyway, back when he just like over the last few years before he turned heel, he was a bit of a cookie cutter babyface. But I think it was a good decision to turn him in heel. It allowed him to give him more character development. Anyway, my only nitpick about this match, there was a lot of interference. First off, you got two members of the Judgment Day. That's Finn Balor and Damian Priest, because Rhea is preparing for her women's title match against Charlotte. And I will get to that match next. And then you got like Legado del Fantasma? I think that's basically Rey Mysterio decided to reform the NW or the LWO. Legado. I'm gonna butcher this, by the way. Legado del Fantasma, Santos Escobar, Selena Vega, Joaquin Wild, and Cruz del Toro. I don't like this group, man. I think it's gonna flop. It's the first time we see anything related to the NWO for almost 20 years. I'd rather give that a fucking rest, man. They brought back the NWO in 2002. Did not work. Now they're trying to do the LWO. The first time in nearly 25 years. That was the LWO. It's more of a cruiser. It was more like a Job Squad version. You could say WCW's version of the Job Squad for the luchadors. I'm not crapping on it. It's just what it is. Anyway, they beat down members of the Judgment Day. Dominic hit Ray's finisher. That's the 619. Hits Ray with the frog splash. While after he hit the 619, Ray kicked out. In the end, he trying to hit Ray with the chain, but out comes Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny came out of the Spanish announce table, snatched the chain off of Dominic. Then Ray hit the 619 and the frog splash for the win. Yeah, you had Ray celebrate with his family. Nah. I reckon if Dominic should have got over, man. Because you're building a top star of Dominic. Dominic looks good in this match, but Ray losing will be okay because at this moment in time, Ray's a legend. He doesn't need to win. He doesn't need to prove. But if they did this rematch at Backlash and Dominic got the win back, I think it'd be too little, too late. I think Dominic should have won this on this show. Then you could probably do a rematch at Backlash next month. And Ray could get his win back, that's just me. And set up the next match, probably have the next pay-per-view. I think it's Money in the Bank. I'm not really sure on it. No, I think it's the King of the Queen pay-per-view. They're bringing back King of the Ring as a pay-per-view for the first time in 21 years. So anyway, besides that, it was a fun match. And also on Wikipedia it says this is the first time that a father and son wrestle at WrestleMania since Vince and Shane WrestleMania 17. So the next match, this is for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Charlotte Flair defending the belt against Rhea Ripley, represent the Judgment Day. There's a lot to talk about. Try to keep it short and simple. This you could say this is gotta be the second best match of the night for what it is. So it's a test of strength. Even though Charlotte, they're both tall. Even though Charlotte's not really known for her strength, she's known for like her athleticism. Anyway, so it was a really good match. Rhea, looked good in this match. You know, anyway, I think like there's one spot like Charlotte was going for trying to attack Rhea's leg onto like somewhere near the ropes, but she countered it, kind of hit her like some kind of face plant, a fate buster or something like that. Anyway, one more of the match, she was, Rhea was going for the riptide, but Charlotte countered into a DDT. There were a lot of kickouts. She managed to hit the riptide later on in the match, but that was a near fall. Charlotte was going for the spear, but she crashed through the Rhea got away. She crashed through the steel steps. She managed to hit the spear later on in the match, but that was also a near fall. I don't mind. I don't mind it. Like one more of the match, Rhea hit a suplex off the top rope on Charlotte. So there were a lot of kick out, near falls. This is getting really good. Anyway, Charlotte locked in the figure four leg lock onto Rhea, reached the ropes. In the end, Rhea managed to hit the hit the riptide. She shouts at Charlotte, "My time is now." Hit the riptide off the top rope, pin her, and become the SmackDown Women's Champion for the for the first time. First women's title, singles women's title since winning the Raw Women's title back in 2 years ago against Asuka at Mania 37. I think it was at night one. Yeah, I was happy with Rhea Ripley. I think it was the right call, man. I think it was a right call to have Rhea winning the belt. I think I could see Dominic and Rhea branching off. I think this Judgment Day group is going to come to an end. Like after WrestleMania 39, who's the next opponents for this group? I think they need to break away, like do their own thing. But like I can see them forming, added new members to the group, but I don't know. Because I can see like Rhea and Dominic trying to branch up, doing their own thing after WrestleMania. But yeah, it's a congrats to Rhea. She vanquished the devil or vanquished the demon from WrestleMania 36 against Charlotte Flair because she, lost the women's title to Charlotte at WrestleMania 36 3 years ago because she was the NXT champion. Charlotte won the women's Royal Rumble match. It really squashed Rhea's momentum. Yeah, she was Raw Women's Champion back in 2021, but unfortunately, it never caught fire. But I hope, like, at this moment in time, Rhea's, like momentum's back. I hope she have a good run with the belt. Like, she's only young. She's only, like, 26, 27. She's, like, beautiful. I think she's very marketable. She has a good body, man. Rhea has a good body, Her the most standout body part she has is her shoulders and back, or most of her back, But with Charlotte, she also got a good body. I think the one body part she stands out for her is her abs. But anyway, I think I can see doing a rematch probably at Backlash, and then I don't want to see Charlotte once again turn heel. I don't think. I think ever since like Charlotte came to the company, the kind of Big Show Kane face and heel turn her. One moment she's a heel, next thing she's a baby face. Just keep her. Keep her. Stick to us. I think she needs to change the gimmick, like ditch the whole Ric Flair stuff. Even though Ric Flair's her dad, but just have her like come up with her own character. But that's just me. So anyway, good for Rhea. So let's move on to the next match. So this match is pointless, fucking pointless. We got Miz versus Pat McAfee. So Miz and Snoop Dogg are the host of WrestleMania 39. They come out with the announcing the attendance, and Miz announced that he brings up like this open challenge, and then Pat McAfee, he did, and also he brought back his old catchphrase, "I'm the Miz, I'm awesome." We haven't heard that for a very long time. So anyway, so out comes Pat McAfee, confront the Miz that he did not like open like and he didn't announce the open challenge on any social media. So he challenged the Miz to a match right here, right now. Miz don't want to do it, so Snoop Dogg, for whatever reason, announced the match. So the match is just a glorified squash match, Miz got in the face of San Francisco 49er player George Kittle. Kittle he basically Miz shoved him, pushed him, and then Kittle jumped the ring barricade. My apologies. Jumped the ring barricade, hit the Miz, then bring him back to the ring. In the end, McAfee hit the punt. Yeah, McAfee delivered the swanton to the Miz, then the pun, and that was it. Fucking stupid. Like, it's just what it is. It was a segment first. Why are they doing it? Why are they doing segments on wrestling pay-per-views? Same on wrestling TV shows, weekly wrestling TV shows, but fucking stupid. I don't want to get into it, though. So let's move on to the main event. So the main event, this is for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. The Usos represent the Bloodline, defending the belts against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. There's too much to cover about this match, but I'm going to keep it short and simple. This is match of the night for night one. I really enjoyed this match. It started with Sami and Jey Uso. They had history. A lot of kickouts of finishes, like one more of the match. I think they kick out the Uso splash. They kick out Owens' stunner. When one more of the match, Sami Zayn I think he did like a crossbody or a splash up the top row, and before that he did the one symbol. There was a lot of kickouts. One more of the match, the Usos double choke slam Kevin Owens through the announce table. So there was a lot, man. Basically Sami took the fucking beating. He took a beating. He got kicked multiple times by the Usos, like multiple super kicks. I'm trying to keep it short and simple, man. I think Jey Uso going in the face of Sami Zayn, smacked him multiple times. He really stole Sami's finisher, the Havuna kick, but I think that was a 2 count. Sami kicked out the 1D by the Usos tag team finisher. Sorry about that. I'm trying to keep it short and simple because there's there's too much to talk about this match. If you want to watch it, you can watch it on the network or watch the highlights on YouTube. Anyway, so I'm trying to keep it short and simple. So anyway, in the end, Kevin Owens, I think it was a tag team finisher. Owen hit the Avalanche Fishbuster on Jey Uso. Owen hit the stunner to Jimmy Uso. That's the brother of Jey Uso, by the way. And Zayn hit not one, not two, but 3 Avuna kicks on Jey to win this match. And Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are the tag team champions. Kevin Owens become a Grand Slam champion because he was Universal Champion, Intercontinental Champion, United States Champion. Now he's the Tag Team Champion. Plus he was the NXT Champion back in 2015. So yeah, and this is Sami Zayn's first. I know he was Intercontinental Champion, and now he's added the Tag Team title in his feather cap. He's not the only title he's the only title he haven't won yet was the United States title and the 2 world titles. But anyway, it was a good feeling, seeing I think they hold the belts for 1 year, the Usos. They defeat RK Bro, or nearly 1 year, to unify both the Raw and SmackDown tag team titles. They had a good run with the belts, I think it was the right call to have Sami and Owen have that moment. It's the first time they won the tag team title together since the days in Ring of Honor. when Kevin Owens, before that, Kevin Owens was Kevin Steen. Sami Zayn was El Generico. For the first time in nearly about 15 years, or maybe before that, I'm not too sure. I don't really follow the work in Ring of Honor, but it was good to see Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn end the show. They are tag team champions. See how, if Roman hold on the world title. You have to wait to find out. So yeah, it was a good match. I advise watching this match. It was a very emotional drama. It was dramatized, back and forth. I knew Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens would win. So anyway, my final overall thoughts. My final my overall rating for WrestleMania 39 Night 1. I give it an 8 out of 10. This was a strong first half of WrestleMania 39. The only thing in the bad for me is the Miz versus Pat McAfee match. Pointless match. And this show lasted about 4 hours. Wow, 4 fucking hours. I think Royal Rumble or the Elimination Chamber of this year was 4 hours long. Wish they just cut it to like 3.5, or not 2 hours, but 3.5. That'll be fine. But 4 hours, man, it was a bit It wasn't bad, but it was a bit fast paced. But it was like doing a wrestling pay-per-view for 4 hours. It's like insane. The only thing the okay for me is that Fatal 4-Way tag team match from earlier. But the good is the good, The open was decent. I like the Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul match. That was also fun. The 6-man tag team match was also good. Rey Mysterio versus Dominic. That was also good, but it was nitpick. My only nitpick was the interference by, the LWO, the Judgment Day, Bad Bunny, Charlotte versus Rhea for the SmackDown Women's title. That was awesome to see. And the match of the night, the tag team title match. So, yeah. So, what's your thoughts on WrestleMania 39 Night 1? Is it a good show? Is it a bad, or somewhere in between? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Smash the like button, click the like, click the bell. Subscribe to the Central Man Network on YouTube. Be part of the Central Unit for more wrestling videos and more. This is the Central Man officially signing out. Check you.